Ooh, baby, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Matty Pace coming at you live from Matty's Motivation and the Matty Mo Show, the host, the most mojo. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, and I just felt like something pulled me towards doing this. Earlier, actually, maybe under an hour ago, I wrote a very empowering and powerful speech that I feel a lot of people need to hear. So if this grasps your attention, if this hits you in any way, shape, or form, please do not hesitate to share or tag someone who may be able to benefit from this, because I know a lot of people are going through some of the worst times in their life right now and think they're alone, and that's not the case, ladies and gentlemen. So without any further ado, I bring this message from me to you. Yes, I am wearing my robe, you know what I'm saying? But, let's get it. There are many things in life that you can teach. You can teach a child how to tie their shoes. You can teach someone how to swim. You can teach someone who wants to learn. But you cannot teach character. Character is something that is between you and you. I know many people may argue this statement, and you're entitled to your opinion. But first, try understanding. It's within the face of adversity where we see just how much we are made of. It is in times of despair when we find out who is closest to us. It is in times of confusion where we develop clarity to look far and wide, high and low. It is within all of us to judge a person not by the color of their skin or what they say, but rather in the contents of their character. Life will have many tests. There will be many uphill climbs and jagged edges on your path to glory, but by no means will you get to where you want to be with a limited vision of yourself, especially if you give up. The words "I can't" are some of the worst words in the English language, and I believe they should be outlawed. Turn your can'ts into cans, your doubts into beliefs, and your lows into highs. For it is within the depths and valleys of your mind and soul where you can begin to change inwardly and start a change reaction to change outwardly. You may be going through some of the most difficult times in your life right now. You may feel like giving up, giving in, or even worse, ending it all. I have some advice for you. Do not make a permanent decision based on your temporary feelings of a situation. Do your best to understand what is driving these emotions and understand that you have the power and ability to take control of the wheel. Once you develop understanding in what's causing this momentary discomfort, cut it at the root. Because every issue has a beginning, just like every issue also has an end. Sometimes you'll need to go back at the beginning in order to find your end. The past can be a dark place to revisit, no doubt. You may find yourself reopening wounds that you fear. But fear not what has happened to you. Fear what your life will be like if you take no action. A lot of people just think the change, they do not will it. Instead of expressing concern and working towards a solution, they express fear and doubt, causing mind pollution and working against themselves. Now, not all changes will be easy, especially the ones that are going to develop you into a better version of yourself than you currently may be. But who's to say development can't be fun and hard at the same time? A perfect example of this: how many of you have ever hit your funny bone? As a matter of fact, why do they even call it a funny bone? You know what I'm saying? I had no idea that bones were comedians. But every time I have ever hit this so-called funny bone, I find myself laughing it off until it doesn't hurt anymore. As a matter of fact, I find myself laughing so hard that my stomach hurts. Understand that pain is temporary, ladies and gentlemen. The pain will make you feel grateful for pleasure. The pain of life can teach us what to avoid and how to prevent the same type of pain from happening repeatedly to us. Which brings up another powerful thought. Our perception of what we are currently experiencing in life may not be as bad as we perceive it. When a mother or father comforts their young child, they do not make excuses for them. They do not give in to what the child is crying about. Instead, they donate and offer advice and possible ways to grasp the issue at hand and ways to work through it. They encourage the child to perceive the situation differently, and before you know it, that young child's tears run dry, and they feel better because of what they learned and how they altered their perception of what made them upset in the first place. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of guidance. But somewhere along the lines, for many of us anyways, young or old, it seems like in a day and age where we are more connected than ever, through social media, cell phones, the internet, blogs, videos, you name it, we've lost touch with ourselves, the people around us, and the ability to alter our perception of the issues we are experiencing in life. Ladies and gentlemen, you must understand that just because you are an adult does not mean that you have the right to act as a child about certain situations in life that occur, whether they are in or out of your control or grasp. You have no right to pity yourself and feel down about yourself when you have limitless potential within you to change the severity of your issues, but choose to pout instead. I'm not saying it's not okay to get in your feelings sometimes, because as human beings we are naturally emotional, but we can't stay in our feelings too long. Shed a few tears, reflect on what's happened or happening and making you feel this way. Let the truth be known and understand you have the power to change it. For it is in our darkest moments that we discover the true light from within us. It is within the depths of our deepest fears that we become stronger and better because of them. An old African proverb reads that once there is no enemy from within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. I feel the reason people slowly develop communication issues, the reason we can't sleep soundly at night, the reason we can't muster up enough courage to stand up for what we believe in, is because of the enemy we allow to have power over us from within. The little voice in your mind telling you to stay quiet, the little voice in your mind that's telling you that you can't do something, the little voice in your mind that is being allowed strength and conviction over your needs to be silenced. I believe there comes a point in every man or woman's life when they become so oppressed, where they become so backed down into a corner that they become so unhappy with how things are. And that is when they either rise up and take control or become lost forever. Now, I don't have to explain which path leads where, but what I will explain is the power you have from within to overcome every ounce of pain and suffering that you're currently going through and experiencing. First, understand. Understand that you are somebody. Understand that you hold value. Understand that you are not a nobody, but rather a person with strength and significance. Understand that when life hits you, you must hit back until you hit so hard it screams for your mercy. Put your life first, because you cannot give 100% if you are under 100%. If you want to give back selflessly. I've never felt bad helping someone else out of the goodness of my heart with no expectations on return. That can help rebuild you when you've drifted off course. Next, realize that you don't have to be a victim of life, but rather you can be victorious. You can become a believer, you can become a leader, you can become a person you want to be with enough hard work and belief. Next, surround yourself with people that know more than you. The smartest person in the room is not always the smartest. Most are fearful of being challenged. Surround yourself with people you can learn and gain from. Not arrogant people, but people that are confident, living a life that you want to live as well. Whether your goal is to become a millionaire in the market, or whether your goal is to be an artist, a poet, a musician, a scientist, surround yourself, learn from the best of the best, because if you can't beat them, join them. You can learn so much when you stop talking and start doing and start listening. Those are just some of the ways to overcome that inner enemy, but it's all just words until you choose to put them into action. If you've tried and failed, why not try again and do something you haven't already done? Be remarkable, ladies and gentlemen. Be every bit of amazing as you know deep down in your heart and soul that you are. Never think you are worth less, because you are worth more. May every action you take lead you down the right path, and when the door to opportunity opens, whether it be a creek or a clear view, don't be afraid to walk through it. As I said earlier, the power of changing your perception of what happens to you is key, but the ability to transform your perception of what has yet to happen when taking a chance, that will completely change the outcome and your life forever. Never give up, never give in. When life knocks you down, get back up, laugh off the pain, and grow from it. Build yourself up, and lastly, believe in you. Life isn't just going to happen for you, ladies and gentlemen. You are going to happen to it. Be courageous and be every bit of amazing that I know you are and can be. I just want to thank you for listening and watching this video. I hope this helped you in ways that you've been searching for. And if you know someone that could benefit from this, as I said earlier, please do not hesitate to share it with them. For knowledge is power, and it would be a shame to hide it from other people. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This is Matty Pace coming at you live from the Matty Mo Show and Matty's Motivation, saying one life, one love, I'm out.